Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
My name is Karen Furlack. I'm the gallery chair at the Edge Center, and I was the director of the Joseph Geshick exhibit. That was the biggest opening we'd ever had. We had over 400 people go through the exhibit. I really think he stands as an example of how we can change our lives. No matter what's happened to us, we are in control of our life. And this shows Joe's evolution. The one thing about Joe's work that I find amazing, at first when you look at it, it looks so simplistic in nature. But then when you sit and really look at it, you see all of the colored lines. You see the tree, the turtle shells, the blueberries. There's a story within each one of these paintings, but the colors are wonderfully symbolic of all of his spiritual feelings and keep us all very grounded, I think.
So I went back there to just see the painting and see what was going on, and that's when I met Joe. And every time we went out there, I made it a point to talk to him a little bit, and we got to know each other a little bit more. And in 1974, when I was leaving one evening, he gave me this painting, which has hung on my wall ever since, and as you can imagine, I really treasure it. This was when he was in his landscape, seascape, portraits, still life time of painting, and Karen will explain to you a portrait out on the wall there before that fit that time also. So from 95 to 2001, whenever I was in the cities, I would go over there and subsequently met his brothers and his fiancée, Leanne, who is a weaver and a fabric artist. And I would bring him gifts that I thought he would like from our conversations, and had talks with him and just respected him so much. And in return, he taught me through conversation and a couple of books and some spiritual experiences about Lakota and Ojibwe spiritual traditions, and also gave me several of his prints, which are now hanging on all my walls in my house, which is nice. I just want to say that it's been 6 years, and thanks to Karen and Kathy and Carlin and all the others who work at the gallery here, a dream has come true, and you can now go see his paintings and hear from Karen some of the background on some of those.
This is the first painting I ever personally saw of Joe's. And I said, it's very unusual, but it was very calming to me when I saw it. So although after seeing all 24 that were in the gallery, I fell in love with about half of them, but I think the signature piece, Feeding the Spirit, is probably my favorite. There wasn't a lot of written words about a lot of these paintings. There are people that, like most paintings, you know, you can look at them and we can tell you about them, but it's more about your own personal experience when you look at them. Joe painted this in honor of his family and his friends, and it is a grandmother, and she is holding her arms open, and there's a lovely scene probably from the Boundary Waters canoe area within her, and then there's the otters on each side. And then she has her connection to the Creator. And you'll notice throughout the gallery there are a few black and whites. These are Joe's original drawings in preparation for his paintings. There were numerous ones, but we wanted to take a few and display them. This is a self-portrait, unlike other self-portraits. Joe didn't believe in the mirror image self-portraits. He believed in a spiritual self-portrait. This painting is for sale if you would like, if any of you would like to purchase it. It's a little pricey. But I think from what you've heard about Joe, you can kind of tell he's put in his incarceration days and his awakening days. And this is the feeding of the Spirit represents the giving of tobacco. And what's really interesting, it's his connection to his Creator, of course. But here, if you'll notice, everything reflects in the water except the man. And the 3 dots represent his spirit. This is the old man's prayer. It's a wonderful representation of an old man praying, holding an eagle feather, which represents the calling for the return of the old spiritual ways. He's praying for a return to that. And once again, the circle is the Creator, and he's burning sage and cedar and tobacco. You can see that the Creator is very present in all of his paintings, and he has a very intense spiritual center to everything he does. These 3 are a particular technique, and that's why they're hung together. You can see the texture in the oil paint is a little bit more intense than in some of the other paintings.
He worked with inmates who were about to be released, and he mentored anyone who wanted to deepen their spiritual foundation.
He began his journey toward a new way of life, and now he will be remembered forever.
If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org. If you have segment ideas pertaining to North Central Minnesota, contact us at legacy@lptv.org. Common Ground is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund by the vote of the people on November 4th, 2008.